So, in my last reel, I mentioned that yesterday was 2 years since my mom died. And I do think of her a lot, especially her name. I don't have kids, but I have said for a while now if I ever have a daughter, I want to name her Angela, after my mom, Angela. Now, many people know this, but in case you don't, in Italian culture, this was especially true 100 years ago plus, not necessarily today. And it was more true in the south of Italy, anything south of Rome, than the north, but it was also a practice in the north. Um, there were special naming traditions. Generally, the firstborn son and daughter were named after the paternal grandparents, and the second-born son and daughter were named after the maternal grandparents. I have always loved my maternal line as I have discovered them because I have a pattern of Angela's many generations of women. That was not a complete sentence. But my mom was named after her maternal grandmother, Angela. She was actually born Angelina, my great grandma. I knew her. She died in 2009 when I was in my 20s. So I knew her well. And I always knew my mom was named after my grandma Angie. But I didn't know how far back that went until we did our genealogy together. Let me show you. So my mom is here. She's not living. I don't know why my tree is not updated because I have updated it. But Angela. Her mom was Antonina, so that's the only wrench in this line. You can say Anna. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Then my grandmother, Antonina, who went by Annette or Tony. Her mother was Angelina, who I called Grandma Angie. My mom hated being called Angie because she said that was her grandma's name. But everybody called my mom Angie. Everybody who knew her from Masonic events, from work, any around town, who knew her when she was younger, she was Angie. She hated it. Even her wedding cake said Angie. Okay, so there's my great grandma Angelina. Angela. So we have my mom Angela, her mom Antonina, my great grandma Angelina. My great grandma's mother was Anna. So we've got Angela, Antonina, Angela, Anna. Let it begin. Anna's mother was Angela. And guess what Angela's mother was? Angela's mother was also Anna. And then Anna's mother, can you guess what her name was? Anna's mother was Angela. And then Angela's mother, can you guess what her name was? If you guessed Anna, you're wrong. This is where I got sad when I found last year that her mother's name was Vincenza. She broke the line. So I have Angela, Antonina, Angela, Anna, Angela, Anna, Angela, Vincenza. Vincenza screwed up the whole maternal line. But Vincenza was named after, she was the firstborn daughter, her paternal grandmother, Angela. So I've got, how many years is that? 1750. I've got 200 years of Angela Anna. So if I had a daughter, I think she should be named Angela. And you could argue my name, Stephanie, has Annie in it, right? So I could be the Anna. So I could be Anna, or Angela as my mom. Me is the Annie. And then my daughter could be Angela. But I also, my dog's name, she's so cute. This is my dog. Adorable, right? Guess what her name is? It's Annie. Didn't make that connection before. So we've got some tradition here. And here's my direct maternal line. I just feel so close to them. For some reason, I have grown a closeness over the past 10 years as I've researched them more. That's my wedding picture. My mother, Angela's. My grandmother, Antonina, Tony. My great-grandmother, Angie. And then her mother, Anna, the immigrant from Marsala in Trapani, Sicily. So there's your little naming lesson for the day. I think the name Angela, when I was younger, I would have never chose it, but I think it's so beautiful. And it's a deep part of my maternal lineage. And Um, I think it is a beautiful name. It's like Angel, right? And I know my mom is an angel looking down, and I've got this whole line of women rooting for me in life.